Brian is released from the doghouse at noon and says he will remember those who checked on him and those who didn't. TJ goes through the motions of apologizing to Brian for having doubted him on the word of the judge. In private, TJ says he will beat Brian at his own game. Ben puts Brian and CK on the spot and says,
"Okay, one of you guys is going home in 30 minutes.
CK commits to going home, and the Fish also vote unanimously for CK to go. The Fish find a document left by production, ranking them by social media popularity. There's some doubt about the validity of the document, but considering it ranks TJ highly, he rolls with it and thanks his fans and the TJ Maxer group chat. Ben warns the Fish that someone new will arrive today, so Nifty must teach everyone how to behave better. Nifty says the girls are not likable. She says Jimmy's language is too strong, and the TTS shouts her down and showers him in ciggies. She says TJ looks too nervous, and the TTS shouts her down again. They warn her she doesn't know what she is getting into. Taylor spends a good amount of the evening arguing with the audience that she is not boring or closed off, like Nifty said. A new contestant is introduced for the first time ever. Taylor, a 21-year-old from South Florida who will get to pay rent later in January than the rest. Jimmy is pulled aside with Nifty for a therapy session where she and production ask him to tone down the trauma dumping and abrasive language. She asks if he's worried about repercussions for whistleblowing all the time, and he says no. She asks if maybe it worries him that his language makes him unlikable, and he says it makes him likable to the right people. She says listening to him, she is starting to agree. The judge talks to TJ and Taylor. The judge acts as TJ's wingman, telling him how to assure her. Jed announces there will be coffee in the morning and hard bedtimes when there's nothing going on, for the sake of the audience. He opens the bar and kicks off a pong challenge. The winner gets a shot and chips. Jimmy dominates, but also gets shithoused. While others are playing, Brian and Taylor are taken aside by Judge and asked, "Are you willing to fuck people over?" Taylor says no. Brian says he has thrown his moral compass away for the show, so Judge says prove it. Trish is taken aside for a lice check.
Behind the ears, I thought she might be anemic. Can we check her? I've been eating.
Hey, Trish.
Maybe like tilt so the camera can see.
Careful, I got scissors here. Careful.
No, please.
Stop. 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 You look way better.
You're gonna kill you.
You look better. Oh! Don't! Stop!
You want some of this, Ben?
No!
Oh my god.
I gotta go to my other reality show that
Sam!
I gotta go to my
Get in
other
here!
show! I can't.
No, this is... Oh, bro.
You cannot take the judge's hat.
Why not?
Because something very bad will happen if you start stealing from the judge. Drop the water. No.
Show your balls
No. Give me that hat.
Yes, it is.
No,
you
it's
want to
not.
go bald?
I already am.
Well, I want you extra bald.
You're gonna look like me when you grow up.
You better be scared next time you show your face around.
Jimmy quickly hugs Trish when she escapes, too fast without asking. Downstairs, the Fish circle around Trish and tell her that production was wrong for cutting her hair without permission. Trish tells them the experience almost gave her a panic attack. Nifty wonders if what happened was in violation of the contract. Judge takes her aside again to let Trisha cut his hair and tell her this moment will help her get support. The judge says Nifty broke NDA by mentioning the contract, then tells her to count some rice. She guesses there's 420.69 grains and goes to bed. She is visited in the night by various guests. Ben takes her aside for a pep talk, where he tells her to hold tight because the plan will come together in her favor. Jimmy finds her hiding in the bunker, and an honest pep talk turns foul.
That's probably the reason that they did it.
It's okay.
Because it caused you to suffer. I don't like that. Jimmy, if you don't touch her thigh, you're out of the show.
I'm sorry, that sounded like production.
The $1,500 mission Jimmy received yesterday was to get something more serious than a kiss from Nifty. Nifty goes to bed early. The Fish are offered 200 chips to make Nifty say nigger. She complains that being deprived of sleep is physical torture. Speaking of physical torture, when they leave...
Thank you.
Okay, you're like hurting me.
Well, I didn't mean to squeeze that part.
Carrot,
Fishtank.
Oh, come on.
Go home, Jimmy. You're drunk. I don't want you in my bed with me, please. Okay. Can you go now, please?
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for respecting my boundaries.
Hey, do you consent to Jimmy hugging on you?
No, I just told him to leave.
Okay, Jimmy. Sorry, pal. No sweat. Good night, Danny.
Judge rounds Jimmy up and explains consent to him, warning him that he has to stop.
Okay, well, from now on, before physical touch is even initiated, we got to get that verbal consent.
I see.
Okay?
I understand.
And I think if you play by those rules, we'll avoid jail time. We'll have a bunch of happy campers over here, and no Simmons reference intended, and we'll have a good old-fashioned time, and everything will be gravy.
Oh, no doubt.
All right?
Like, that's why you saw me, like, where it's like, hey, yo, yeah, I don't want this. It's like...
For sure, but maybe next time, before the physical touch is initiated, just get them to say they want it.
I dig it. I dig it. It's just that, like, hey, look, $5 grand was on the line. I ain't trying to do much.
I don't think we offered. Did we offer you $5 grand? Or was it 1,500?
Something close.
I think we offered 1,500 for that.
Judge sends Taylor to interview Jimmy about sex. He says nothing criminal or Simmons tier, but reveals too much about his fetishes and experiences. If he had revealed something unforgivable, presumably it would have been over for him, but he mostly seems to paint a picture of someone who has sex while drunk a lot and looks at anime porn. He snarls a few times at her, telling her he knows her game, to make content. Brian rings the beef bell to call a beef on Jimmy and claims it's because Jimmy is shutting down all his good ideas for activities. The two have a planking competition and Jimmy loses. But Brian says it's not personal. He had to make the night interesting. He says that he will sleep next to Jimmy's stuff on the couch to guard it, while Jet enjoys a Minecraft video in a normal place to do such a thing. He receives a TTS that the beef was fake. Ben gives him a talking to, saying that Brian needs to start making good decisions. During the chip count, Taylor wonders what kind of content she can make to pass the time, and Jet says she shouldn't feel obligated to think about making content. Late at night, Ben offers TJ 60 chips if he can get Taylor to kiss him, and he says no. A TTS comes through raising the offer, so he agrees.
Does this thing shut off?
I don't know, probably...
How do I make him understand that I need to be asked 5 times and then I'll say yes?
There was a chat that said if we get this, then we'll stop.
TJ pressures Taylor on and on for several hours, telling her that the waves of TTSs and sound effects won't stop until they kiss. He complains that if they don't do it, they're wasting the chips over nothing, harassing her on and on until she finally obliges.
All right. Okay, just...
This is so strange.
All right.
I don't think I could be an actor. This is so much.
Okay, just,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, just quick.
Yes. Everything will be peace. You'll get more out of this.
Okay, quick
All right.
kiss.
Ben pays TJ 60 chips in the end, revealing that the offer wasn't even raised in the first place.